Okay, we still have 3 more, right? And then for this revision exercise, I'm very sad to see that not all of you are doing the exercise. Only 12 of you are doing. Okay, so those, I hope that you will, because I already not accepting response already, So for those of you who have not tried, right, please make sure that you did your studies, all right? Because if you don't help yourself, I cannot help you, okay? So I will open up again today. Hopefully you will try again, okay or not? So it is not so good as a adult learner now that when asked to do your work, you don't do your work, okay? All right. So there is only 12 of you who managed to answer the questions. That means 4 did not answer. All right. So later after the class, I will open up again. Hopefully those who have not tried, please try it. Okay. So 2 more. What is this? All right. So make sure you follow the class. You are all adults. I treat you as adults learner. Make sure you carry out what you have to carry out. Okay. Or else I cannot help you. Okay. So midterm will be next week. All right. And then you will do your data collection in week 13. Okay. So because it is online studies, online learning, and online assessment, actually it is the opportunity there for you to get good marks in your business research method. If it is not online assessment, all right, it is actually very difficult to get an A for these subjects. But now, because it's online assessment, some of the students manage to get A, all right? So please follow the lessons. Exercise, I given it to you. Please try, okay? If you don't try, PowerPoint, please read, all right? Any extra learning material I gave it to you, please read. If you don't read the textbook that I sent it to all, please read. If you don't read, you cannot help yourself. Is that clear? All right? So today we will cover the interpretation of SPSS, all right? Then we'll go to the data analysis, how we use SPSS to analyze our data. We are done with the, what is that? We are done with the collections, how we collect the data, all right? Once we collect the data, we will have to interpret the data, all right? So we have to analyze the data, all right? So before I go to the data analysis, all right, I will give you on this, the interpretation, all right, of the test, so that as I go through, you can understand better, all right? So this PowerPoint is very useful if later in your final year end project, you are using SPSS for your analysis. And we will be inviting speakers, all right, in July to cover this SPSS. So all of you can actually attend the workshop. Okay, so we will look at the interpretation today. So there's this Cropatch alpha in SPSS, all right, that we will use to analyze reliability. So once you key in your data into your SPSS, you can go online and search whether you can find SPSS software. I think we can. Who is not here today? So you go to this download SPSS latest version, this one you see whether free download, SPSS download free version. Okay, so you can download this SPSS free version. Okay, this one here, then you can download. Okay. Oh, my internet connection is unstable. That's why it gives me a lot of problems. All right. So if you want to use SPSS, you download. If you later you want to use Smart PLS, you download Smart PLS. This is the software that we are using. Okay. All right. This one got free download. Good, My version is only 22, Okay. So who is not here today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 16, okay? Who can anybody notice who is absent today? Hello? Anybody? Until now, still not in? All right. Okay, so with the SPSS, we have to generate this Cropatch alpha, okay? So it is commonly used when you have multiple Likert questions in a survey or questionnaire. So we need to run this Cropatch alpha to find out what is the Cropatch alpha, right? So it is to measure reliability, measure consistency among individual items in a scale, okay? It is a measure of how well each individual item in a scale correlates with the sum of the remaining items, okay? So this alpha, right, the reading should be more than 0.7, okay? So when this reading you generate, it is more than 7, it is considered to be a sufficient condition, okay? Then you can conclude that the measure possess sufficient reliability. So when your Cropatch alpha is more than 7, all right, meaning that the data that you collect, all right, is reliable, okay? So you can base on the findings generate from your data, okay? So the next one, the example, a researcher, right, had devised a 9 questions questionnaire to measure how safe people feel at work at the industrial complex. So each question is 5-point Likert scale from strongly disagree to strongly agree. So in order to understand whether the question in this questionnaire all reliably measure the same random variables, feeling of safety, whether the questionnaire is reliable or not. So Cropatch alpha was run on the samples of 15 workers, okay? So they run this, all right? So if you run this, Cropatch alpha, if it is more than 7, it is considered reliable, all right? So procedures in SPSS, okay, 8 steps below, you go to SPSS, analyze, scale, reliability, analysis, all right? Okay, let me see whether this one I have here. Okay, not with this computer. Anyway. Một em. Okay. So you download your SPSS if you want to use SPSS, all right? And then we have a lot of YouTubes on this, how do we use SPSS also. So you click Analyze, Scale, Reliability, okay? You will present with a reliability analysis download, download dialog boxes, all right? Then you will have to transfer all these questionnaires into a box, okay? Okay, then you set this alpha, which represent Cronbach alpha in SPSS. If you want to provide a name for the scale, okay, you enter in the scales. Okay, this one you can do that. Then you click, you open reliability analysis. Then they give you your dialog boxes as shown. Okay, so you select the item scale, all right, and then you click reliability analysis dialog box. Okay, then you can generate the outputs. Okay, so once you generate, all right, it will show you these statistics. So you can see here, Cronbach alpha, all right, 0.805. Okay, any problem? So you can see that it is 0.085. So this is greater than 7, right? So it indicates a high level of internal consistencies on our scale. Okay, any problem there? So this total item statistics, total item statistics, okay? Here, total items, represent Cronbach alpha if item delete, if item delete. So if you delete certain items, it will be like this, okay? So this depends on how you want to delete or not to delete, all right? So right, this will represent if particular item will delete, we'll see removal of question except question A. So if your Cronbach alpha is less than 0.7, so you may delete certain questions, then the reading all above 7, okay? So it depends on whether you delete any items or not. So the next test, so the first test, if you are using this SPSS, right, you need to carry out reliability test. Make sure that the instrument that you use to measure is reliable. And then next, we also have to do normality test. And then for this normality test, all right, you test Shapiro Wilks W test, okay? So if this p-value is less than 0.5, you reject the assumption of normality, okay? If it is more than 0.5, that means the data is normal, okay? So because certain tests that we use, all right, in this SPSS, all right, the data has to be normal, okay? So if your data is not normal, you cannot use certain tests. We call that parametric test. All right. Okay, so your p-value less than 0.5, okay, then your data is not normal. The p-value must be 0.5, okay? So to run this normality test, all right, you have to do this Shapiro-Wilk test or SW, okay? Another test is Kolmogorov-Simonovic, all right? So this Kolmogorov-Simonovic, right? Also, your significant level, right? If it is less than 0.5, the distribution is not normal, okay? Let me just try this. If I show slides, can you all see the slides here? Can you all still see the slides or not? Hello? Can you all still see the slides?
Yes.
Yes, Okay, let me try this, Okay. Yes, Sure slide can see, But I cannot have the, funny, I'm just testing on this, But I cannot get the chat box out. Let's see. Chat box, where is it? Click like that. Not so good, huh? Okay. All right. So another test is this, Kolmogorov thyroid, this one KS, again, this one, the p-value, if less than 0.5, all right, not normal, all right? It must be more than 0.5, okay? All right. So in order to test for normality, all right, with Kolmogorov thyroid test or Shapiro-Wilk test, all right, you select again from the analysis, descriptive statistics, and then you explore, okay? Then you put all your dependence variables to the graph and select normality plots, then okay, all right? Then you can do the QQ plot also, okay? But not necessary, huh? So these are the way you test for this normality test, all right? So you must make sure your data is normal, huh? Only then you can use the parametric test. So the results generate will be something like this. Can you see here? Kolmogorov thyroid, all right? So this significance, all right, is 0.2, all right? Okay, and then Shapiro here is 0.36, all right? Okay, or not? So from here, all this, right, it is more than, okay, so from here, right, from A, right, the p-value here, right, 0.35. This one is 0.2, yeah or not? So this one here, you see, there is a asterisk there. It is the lower bound of the true significance, okay? So here is 0.36, so you see it must be more than 0.05. The distribution is normal. So this is more than 0.05, so the data come from a normal distribution. Once you conclude the data come from a normal distribution, all right, then you can do other tests, all right? So this Pearson correlation is to find the strength between the two variables, like your dependence variable and your independence variable, okay? So you test one by one, what is the association, all right? So correlation is the technique for investigating the relationships, okay, between the two quantities, all right? So measure the strength of between the two variables. So positive correlation, the others variable increase, the others also increase. Negative is at the other side, decrease. No correlation at all. The other variables change, it will not affect increase or decrease of another variable, all right? Correlation is an effect size, okay? So we can verbally describe the strength of the correlation using the guide that Ivan suggests for the absolute value of R. So this Pearson correlation, the test, we use this R, all right? So when the reading is between this range, is moderate. It is strong and then very strong. So this one you must take note, okay? All right, so this one you must take note, All right, so 0.6 to 0.9 is strong, So we prefer there is a relationship, okay? So this one is based on this Ivan 1996, suggests, okay? All right, so when you do the Pearson correlation, you run, they give you this figure, all right? So you can see here, height and height, okay? And then height and weight and height, okay? Weight and weight, okay? Can see that? All right, so B, correlation of height and weight, you see this one, 3 point, here, 5.13, all right? Based on this one observation and 3.354, okay? With pairwise, no missing value. And then you see this C, all right, correlation 0.513, all right? The total number is 354. Is that clear? All right. So this one, the significance here, all right, is 0.05, with one asterisk, one asterisk is 0.5, the confidence level, all right, 0.01, two asterisk, okay. So what does it mean when the correlation is 0.53? Is it strong or not? All right. So based on here, 0.53 here, is it? Okay. So it's moderate. Is that clear? So, all right. So conclusion based on the results, all right, weight and height, they have a statistical significance linear relationship, okay, based on this 0.001, okay, this one is 0.00, all right. So the direction is positive, because this one is positive. Is that clear? All right, and then the association is moderate. All right. Okay. So one of these tests is Pearson correlation coefficient. Another one is chi-square test of independence. So this chi-square will be used, all right, if your data is not normal. So when you run your normality test, if your data is not normal, you use this chi-square, okay? Chi-square is used to test when you wish to exploit the relationship between two category variable with having two or more categories, all right? So it is a method assessing the goodness of fit between sets of observed value and then the expected hypothetically, all right? So the level of significance is set at 0.05. So if p-value less than 0.05 means reject of null hypothesis, okay? So in other words, there is a relationship, okay? You accept the alternative, 0.05. All right? Okay, so a review of the accountancy provision in Malaysia, at least 200 words. Oh, so sorry, this one is, so this is not your assignment, okay? Just delete this. Okay, chi-square, based on this interpretation is very important. Another one, you can also do cross-tabulation. So cross-tabulation just give you information, regarding your data, okay? All right. So this table, is it cross-tabulate, you just tabulate gentle with preferred learning media, prefer to learn using online media versus book, okay? So how many percent online, how many percent book? So you can describe this, how many from male, how many from female, okay? This is cross-tabulation, all right? Uh-oh, this one kind of going here, okay? So this one, chi-square 0.487, okay? Tell us there is no statistical significant association between gender and preferred learning media. Both male and female, they all prefer learning media, all right? Okay. All right, so this Pi and Cramer are tests of strength or association. So you can also use this test to find the association between variables, okay? Whether is it weak or is it strong, okay? And here you can use pie chart between gentle and this preferred medium of instruction. All right. So t-test, you can also use t-test. T-test, to use t-test, all right, this is another test. Your data must be normal. Okay. When your data is not normal, you use chi-square. All right. Okay. So t-test, your data is normal, you use t-test. So you can see here, t-test, 11 tests for equality of variances. Here, significant 0.257, okay? So a value greater than 0.5 means that the varieties in your two conditions is among the same. Is that clear? Not significantly different, okay? So this is good thing, if this is more than, all right? The significant value, okay, so this one is 0.05, 0.257, okay? If significant value is less than or equals to 0.05, the varieties in the two conditions is not the same. So the condition is significantly different. Is that clear? So that the score in one condition vary much more than the score in your second conditions. All right? So you must have it more than 0.05. That means there is a relationship, okay, between the two, okay? So if it is less than that, it is not the same, the two conditions, sorry. It must be less than 0.05, all right? Then the condition is significantly different. If it is more than that, then it is not different, okay? Okay, so if this value is greater than 5, there is no statistical difference between your two conditions. Okay, so you can conclude difference between are likely due to changes, not likely due to manipulations. Okay, so if this is less or equal to 0.5, there is a statistical difference between the two conditions. Okay, you can conclude that this one is not likely to change and probably due to independence manipulations. All right. So our example here, two tests 0.02. Okay. The two tails are all right here. Two tails 0. T-test 0.02. All right, this value is less than 0.5, less than 0.5. We can conclude there is a statistical difference less than 0.5. There is a statistical difference, all right, between the mean numbers of words recorded for sugar and no sugar conditions, okay? So this one, the group review mean for sugar condition was greater than the mean for no sugar conditions, okay? So conclude that participants in sugar condition, they are able to recall significantly more words than participants in no sugar condition. So it is the interpretation parts of this SPSS that you need to know, all right? So any questions or not? These are the few simple tests that you will run to test your hypothesis, okay, if you are using SPSS, all right? So any question? Of course, reliability test must include, so in your chapter 3, if you choose SPSS as your data analysis, you must make sure you include this reliability test, all right? And then you include this normality test. Okay, first of all, you must make sure your instrument, make sure the data you collect is reliable, and then normality test. All right, and then do Pearson correlation if there's any significant relationship between them. But this Pearson correlations, right, is for this parametric test for normal data assumptions, okay? Then you have to use chi-square if your data is not normal, right? So in your chapter 3, you must also put down this. If the data is not normal, right, then you use chi-square. If the data is normal, right, then you use t-test, okay? So these are things that you will have to include in your chapter 3 under this data analysis, how you're going to analyze your data, okay? Any questions so far? Any questions? What's the question? No questions? Okay. All right, so you look at what you have to do for your assignment, okay? Okay, so you see how your chapter 3. All right, your sampling, you must show your population and then your sample size and then what method you're going to use, research instrument, all right? Okay, and then data collection. And then data analysis, like this students, this group, they're using SPSS. Okay, so you put down your version. Just now we see the available for download is version 26, isn't it? All right, so it depends on which version you can download if you're using it. Okay, then you put down your version. Okay, then you put down here, you are going to do normality test, reliability test, okay, descriptive studies, so you can, descriptive study, you can do the mean, the standard deviation, all this, okay? All right, Pearson correlation, chi-square, hypothesis testing, the t-test, okay? Between this, all right, then you describe what is normality test, what is reliability test, okay? So the reliability test have to be more than 7, only then is strong, that's acceptable. All right, you describe. Okay, you can use chi-square, you can use t-square if the data is normal. Okay, and then correlation analysis, Pearson correlation, hypothesis testing. All right, then your conclusions. Okay, this is what you must put down. Okay, so any question with this? No. Okay, so you can learn your SPSS. All right, you go to YouTube. Okay. You look at, so because we can, okay, SPSS basic, so introduction to SPSS for beginners, so you can see at your own time. That's why, can you see the video now? Can you all watch the video now?
Yes.
Can you all see the video?
To SPSS to get you started quickly and easily. This series is intended as an introduction.
Can you all see the video just now or not? Yes. Just now I shared the video. Can you all see? Yes, okay. Okay, so all in one more, huh? So I'll just show you a bit of this video, huh?
For statistical analysis. It's used often in the behavioral sciences like psychology, but it works well for lots of other fields. So why has SPSS become the biggest strength of SPSS? I'm not arguing that the biggest strength is actually data, but it's not where no doubt mindless analysis. So with this set of well, now IBM SPSS statistics. This is experience with SPSS. So start by let's get started. And here data. This and each column
So you can see, huh? This is you open a file, the new SPSS file, right? So each one of this is your participant respondents, okay? This one each is your variables, okay? That's how you key in, when you key in, then later you just generate the result. That's it. We don't need to understand how SPSS work, okay? We just want the reading from that. So the key thing, you must know how to key in your data, like he explained just now. This is your response, okay? And then this one is your variables.
let's just try to combine some jump. To get to variable, click on this tab. We can now use a space. For example, I random number. This is height. Weight. Another probably other problem. But now, measure nominal ordinal, it's called ordinal, but interval and ratio and scale. Both of these variables are nominal. Only these two are the scale. Not the dimensions of the odds. Create a new variable simply by typing a name. Now, and if you want to delete a variable, select it and then choose clear. Now you know some basics of SPSS, how to create a variable and adjust its settings. Next, we're going to get numbers.
Okay, Anna? Any, can I just leave it to you to go through YouTube and learn All right, so there's this internet connection problem. So is it okay that you all will go to YouTube and learn about this SPSS? Okay or not? Okay, yeah. We finished for today already. So make sure that you go to YouTube, learn this SPSS, all right? And then the interpretation that PowerPoint, I will send it to you all. That is very important. We don't need to know what is SPSS, but we need to know the interpretation. Okay. All right. So if that's it, we will finish for today, huh? Then okay. For those of you who has the midterm, all the best. Huh? Our midterm will be next week. Okay. All right. Okay. So for those who have questions you want to ask me, you can. For those who want to leave now, you may. So those who want to stay on to ask me any question, you may do so. All right. Those who want to leave, you can leave now. Bye.